I'm really trying to make this video not really long, so sorry if I zoom through stuff, but please wait till the end because I promise I'm not going to drag you for using Loving Tan Express, okay? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Zhariya Smith, and I typically make commentary videos just like this one. So if you guys like that, you happen to just love my gorgeous face, make sure to subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell to get notified every single time I post, which happens to be on Mondays and on Fridays. How are we doing today? Happy Monday. I hope you're doing amazing. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the problem with tanning. Or is there a problem with tanning? We're gonna get into it. Regardless, I saw Miss Nikita Dragun tweet, what race am I gonna be today? And Nikita is the notorious queen of tanning and looking a little bit too dark for my liking. By the way, I'm gonna be talking about tanning, why tanning is even a thing, why a person would want to look tan in the first place, and just talking about, this issue a little bit deeper. Because I like to talk about, if you're new here, I like to talk about social issues, drama, if you will, and then tie it into some education so we can get, educated in this piece. I don't know. That made no sense. Either way, let's go. So what is tanning? When I looked up tanning, I actually laughed. Because the definition, like the verb of it, is of a pale skinned person or their skin become brown or browner after exposure to the sun. And the concept of turning brown or browner, this is really funny to me. But regardless, tanning in a scientific sense is your body's natural shield against UV rays, and it can, because the sun rays can damage your skin, and tanning also can damage your skin, and you can get sunburns, sun poisoning. I'm allergic to the sun, so it's a whole other thing for me. But it can also cause you cancer, and people like to have melanin, not melanoma, period. But to talk about melanin, it causes certain skin cells tanning to produce melanin. However, some people, like me, a darker person, my body naturally has melanin already in it. So when I go in the sun, it affects me differently than a person who is, let's say, albino. That probably was a bad example. But, whatever. So let's talk about the history behind tanning, why people do it. It's actually very interesting because, as we know, dark skin has been seen as, was seen, as you guys know, back in the old days. If you've ever been to high school, taken a basic history class, you would know being skinny and dark was a symbol of being poor. Being white and fat was a symbol of being wealthy. But dark skin is usually associated with servitude, especially this is during the slave times. And this was very prominent in ancient Greek, Roman, and Elizabethan eras. Was dark equals bad, light equals good. Some will say that's still a thing now, but we'll get into that. The trend for whiteness being represented as being, rich ended during the Industrial Revolution because, people were in factories all day, people were in home. Times were not good. People didn't really have time to go out and vacation in the Maldives, Aruba, Mexico. They couldn't do all that stuff. So everyone was pale now, meaning that being pale was no longer a symbol of high status. People would live in these small little houses, hygiene was horrible, and people didn't really have leisure time, and if they did, they would spend inside because of all of the toxicity that was in the air because of the Industrial Revolution. And then, during this time, children developed bone deformities, specifically children, and that was because in 1980, Theobald Palm realized that sunlight is actually important for bone density. So if you're wondering why when you were 10, your mom forced you to be outside until the sun went down, that was why. She wanted you to have good bones, I guess. I don't know. But, and this is a fun fact, really sad fact, no, I'm kidding. That's a whole different video, a whole different drama. But actually, John Harvey Kellogg, who is Kellogg as in the cereal, he actually invented the incandescent light bath, which was used by King Edward the, what's VII? Fourth? Fifth? No, fifth is just V. Sixth? Regardless, he used these units in the Buckingham Palace, and then in 1903, Niels Finson then won the Nobel Peace Prize for Medicine because he used phototherapy to remove skin ulcers that were caused by lupus vulgaris, whatever that is. I'll put it on the screen if it's not graphic. Alrighty, so tanning was only made popular 20 years later by Miss Coco Chanel, as we know, queen icon. Actually, she canceled. Regardless, doesn't matter. Coco Chanel, she went on a Mediterranean cruise. I don't know. But she went on a vacation and she got really, really dark because she was outside all the time. And then it became, oh my gosh, Coco Chanel is dark and she still looks gorgeous. Maybe being dark is what's going to be in, you know. But then that didn't happen. The Great Depression happened, as we all know, and the Second World War also made it very difficult for people to then have leisure time. You know, housewives were either at home or they were, you know, working to make sure their kids didn't starve to death. No one really had time to go out and, you know, be leisurely, you know. So, also, really weird fact that I found is that apparently women would douse their legs in Bovril to create the illusion of stockings, which is weird. But by the 1960s, as we know, color became, not like colored people, color as in like film was being more produced, you know, commercial travel was, you know, becoming more popular. So then the thought of, oh, going outside was also cool again. And copper tone, which was sunless tanning, was created in the 1970s and grew in popularity by 1978. And the sunbed was reintroduced as a quick way of bronzing. And as we know, in the 80s, if you've ever seen American Psycho, which I 1000% recommend because Patrick Bateman, such a man. Regardless, the 1980s brought back, you know, excessive tanning beds, the whole shebang, and skin cancer also was back in town. On a survey that they did in 2000, it showed that 50% of people from England said that tanning was the only reason that they would go out on holiday because they wanted to get a tan and come back and show how, I guess, rich they were by being able to travel, I guess. And in 2009, it was found that, you know, tanning is also associated with skin cancer. Crazy, right? So then, you know, spray tans, all that stuff became popular. And yeah. So now with people knowing that, hey, tanning naturally makes you get cancer. So like, we want that exotic look, that traveled look, but we want to, you know, not damage our skin cells. So then fake tanning, spray tans, etc. became very popular. And this, in my opinion, came popular in the early 2000s because we all watched Jersey Shore and, you know, all that stuff. Paris Hilton got tans. It was a whole thing. And spray tans were known in 1999 by the company Mystic Tan. As we know, our president, Donald J. Trump, also is known for his infamous fake tan that he has. And also, weird fact, in 2009, Lindsay Lohan came out with a spray tan line called 7-9. I'll put it on the screen. Whatever. Weird fun fact. But either way, now you know what tanning is, why people get tanned. And essentially, it breaks down to people want to look rich and traveled. So they decided to get tan, I guess. You know, but influencers such as Nikita, Dragun, Addison Rae, Bad Baby, and many of the people love to get that exotic look, but they might just not have that exotic DNA. So they decide to, you know, look darker. And not darker in the sense of, oh, I'm just going to, you know, get 2 to 3 shades darker, you know, look a little bit summer. No. We're talking about changing ethnicities, baby. Now, this trend is, I shouldn't even say trend, but there's this TikToker named Summer Roche, and she makes this series on her TikTok called Is That a Black Girl or a White Girl with an Aggressive Tan, which I love, and it is very funny. You should definitely check it out. But regardless, recently on social media, as we all know, with Fashion Nova Instagram being biracial, as in black and something else, is, you know, favored. People love light-skinned girls with black features, but a little bit white, you know, so they look, you know, assimilated into society. And being racially ambiguous was also very popular. And because, you know, some people aren't graced, I guess, I don't know, with being, you know, partially black. They're like, oh, well, I'm biracial, so that means that I can say the N-word, which is a no. But regardless, as you guys know, Nikita Dragun went on her whole spiel about what race I am today and said she was half Mexican, half Asian, whatever. Says that she tans I don't care. All that I know is that I saw Nikita Dragun in September being white. She's not white, but looking white, pale. And then her posting pictures of her being literally my shade. That is not a natural tan that a person who is Asian and Mexican can get. So that's the general vibe of this. I'm not saying that getting a tan is wrong. I don't think that, you trying to look a little bit bronzy to go your homecoming dance is bad. But, like those sorority girls who like to look, like me, but still with the privilege. I don't really get down with that, and I think that's wrong to like want to change your own race. You should be appreciative of your own identity and be like, oh, I'm enough. You shouldn't want to go and get a tan to attract a person to like you because they only like light-skinned people and you're just white. Don't do that. It's stupid. But regardless, I'm all over the place. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up because it really helps small channels like mine. Make sure to subscribe if you like this. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on the situation. I don't want, arguments in the comments or any, people pressed about my opinions. But yeah, make sure to stay happy and stay healthy, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.